Hey guys, it's Perkins here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to navigate through ClassLink to get to Studies Weekly. Now, Studies Weekly is a program that we use to help us learn our social studies and science, especially during this distance learning time. Okay, so the first thing is that you just need to open up your browser or the steps that your teacher has given you. You can also pull that up because there's going to be a link on there that you can just click. Now, if you don't want to click the link, you can just type it in. I already have it open for me. It's classlink.apsb.org. Press enter, and it's going to come up looking like this. Now, of course, mine right now is looking a little different, but yours should look exactly like this. Now, you have to put the username and password. Well, the username is going to be your student's last name and their lunch number. If you do not know your student's lunch number, please make sure that you get with your student's teacher, and they can definitely tell that to you. And then the password is the lunch number again. So again, username is the last name of your student or your child and lunch number. And the password is the lunch number. So this is how you all should look. Now I have to change mine a little bit. Just give me 1 second and hold on tight while I do this. And then you're going to press sign in. And welcome to ClassLink. Now, looking at this, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in your ClassLink. There should only be one thing that you're really looking for at this time, and that is Studies Weekly. Now, you may have to scroll down a little bit, but Studies Weekly is going to be this big old red-ish box right here. It almost looks like an apple almost. And, of course, it's going to say Studies Weekly under the little icon as well. So you're going to click the Studies Weekly little icon. And it already signs you into Studies Weekly. That's why ClassLink is so awesome, is because you don't have to try to sign into something again. Everything is signed in for you if you go through ClassLink. So now, looking at this, we have some different magazines that you look at. Now, whatever subject that we're talking about at that time will help you know which magazine you need to go to. Now, they show you every single grade levels in here that they offer, but of course, we're first graders, right? So we're going to just go to the first grade one. Now, this is the first grade social studies one. And if you need to go to science, if we're doing science that week, then you will scroll down until you see science right here. Let's go down until you see science. And then, of course, you're going to find where it says First Grade Science Studies Weekly Adventure. Now, let's just say that we're doing social studies this week. So I'm going to click First Grade Studies Weekly. That's the first one. So I'm going to click it. Now, this is where you're going to have to choose the week that we're working on. This is very, 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 very important to know that we do not go in order. We don't go week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You're going to have to make sure that you go back and look at the Google Classroom or the Remind to see which week that we are working on. That's something that's super important that you have to make sure that as you're doing this, that you'll be able to see that. Also, another thing that will give you almost a little hint is that it will, if you see a little green box, that will let you know that a test is available for that week. That can also help you know which week you're on. That won't always tell you, but that can give you a good hint. So let's just say that we're working on week 12 this week on Earth. you press continue reading. Because, of course, we have to read the magazine first, right? So now, looking at this, this is basically the magazine that your students, or your children, excuse me, were taking home each week that whenever we're doing social studies. This is basically the magazine, just in the form that is shown here. And then if you want, your child can read it on their own, or you can press this little play button and I'll read it for you. You can even slow it down, and there's bonus sources that are pretty cool. Make sure that whenever you're navigating through this, that you make sure that your child is getting these coins, which is just something fun to make sure that they're getting through everything. Because whenever they're trying to get through everything, you get as many coins and you can get some awesome things for Rev. That's like a little Studies Weekly mascot. So now, looking at this next piece, so now you'll just keep on going. You'll get the coins, go next, all the way through. Now, there's going to be some things where there might be videos. Watch the videos. Those can also help get a better understanding of what is being taught. There's going to be some things like some different activities that they're not necessarily going to be able to do because it's not in their actual magazine. Okay, so it's super important for you to know is that these things at the bottom, it's going to be 2 or 3 tabs at the bottom, that they may not be able to do due to not having the actual magazine. It might tell them to color something or write something. They can't really do that because they don't have those materials. Then, once that time comes, the day of the test, then you'll click Take Test, and then your child will take the test. Okay? Now, again, this is the same exact thing if you want to go to science. You'll come down here, you'll click First Grade Science Studies Weekly Adventure. You'll again click the week that we're working on, have your child read, then take the test whenever it comes to it. Now, guys, there's going to be some times where your child will be able to read that same magazine for a few days before they take a test. So it doesn't mean that in one sitting they have to read and take a test. It's all about pacing and not going too fast to make sure that they can really absorb the information they need to be able to understand everything. Alrighty, guys, I really hope that this video helped you all be able to navigate through Studies Weekly. Please let your teacher know if you have any other questions. And thank you so much. We love you all. We miss you. Bye.